What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lauren J, and today I'm taking you through my glute day. I don't want to do that again. We're at the C4 headquarters gym. Super cool because it's like a private gym. I'm pretty fortunate to be able to do that. I have my C4 here for the workout. I'm gonna open it right now so I can have some energy. And basically I'm just gonna be breaking down everything for you, giving you some helpful tips and showing you how I like to do my glute day. Let's go. Welcome to the C4 headquarters gym. I think we're gonna be the only ones in here today. So we're gonna be starting off with a body weight warm up. Typically I do a few sets of walking lunges up and down. I just try to keep my stance a little bit closer. It's quad dominant. If you have your stance a little bit farther apart, it's gonna be more glute dominant. So today I'm gonna focus on my glutes. So I'm gonna be taking a little bit of a wider stance. We're gonna do higher reps because we're doing body weight. We just wanna get warm. So I think I got about 20. We're gonna do that 4 times, down and back, and that'll be a pretty solid warm up. You can also do like a 5-minute stretch. I kind of like just to do walking lunges, and we'll do a couple different exercises, and that'll be our warm up. Okay, that was set 2. Also, there'll be 20 seconds or so between each set. And yeah, that's good. So we're gonna be doing 3 or so high rep sets of abductions. So abductions is out, adductions is in. I forget, I almost have to look it up every single time. I'm a little small for this machine. Typically I would put a pad behind myself or on the side of my legs, but I don't know where that is. So we're gonna just make this machine work for us today, and I'll show you how. So I have the machine set to the closest setting here. I'm gonna put my hands back here, keep my back straight. I'm gonna turn my toes in slightly. I'm gonna press my heels against the bottom of this bar. And then I'm gonna press out, hold for a 1-second squeeze. At the top, you're gonna feel your outer glute engage here. And we're gonna do that for about 15. And yeah, that's gonna be abductions. I just have one more set of that. Ow, okay. We're done with that. I get cramps in my ass cheeks. So next up, we're gonna go into 3 working sets of hamstring curls. On our last set, we're gonna do a partial finisher. So we're just gonna hold the top half of the rep. You're not gonna go down fully. You're gonna finish at the top. Half portion, how do I explain this? The top portion of the rep, you're gonna repeat that 5 times as like a pump. I feel like that's a good way to explain it. You'll see what I'm talking about. It doesn't feel good. Also, I prefer seated over lying for myself, but there's not one of those here, so we're gonna make this one also work for us. First set, we're gonna do 10, 10, 10. Last set of the 10, we're gonna do 25 partials as a finisher. Disgusting. Okay, a cue that is actually very helpful to me when I'm doing hamstring curls, because my hamstrings are one of the muscles I have the least connection with, is I think of it as the bicep of the leg. That's what someone told me, and it made a huge difference. So the same way you feel contraction in your bicep, you want to do the same thing with your hamstring. So I typically will tilt my pelvis forward, dig my hips into the pad, and go from there. I usually don't extend fully, so I can keep the tension in the hamstring, and that's how we're gonna grow. So a lot of times it feels shitty to like have to wait between your sets. But if you're not doing that, you're turning your weightlifting workout into something that's more like cardio. So waiting like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes between heavier sets is gonna benefit you a lot more. We're on the last set, the set with the 25 partials. I might have to drop down for those. I'm dropping down for the partials, but I'm gonna at least try to get to 15. So we're gonna finish the top half. 1, 2, actually, maybe the bottom half. 1, Yeah, we'll do the bottom half. Forget what I said earlier. Okay. No, I got to 12. We're calling it. It's good enough. 25 didn't happen today. I got to about halfway to 25. I got 12 reps of those partials, and that's fine. I would rather not rip my hamstring in half. So something that is important to know is when to stop, when to actually stop. There's the burn, right? And then there's like actual hurt. Knowing the difference between when to push through and when to actually stop is another thing that's important, and something that you learn over time, and you understand the threshold that you need to get to in order to actually progress and grow. I hope that makes sense. So now that we finished our warm-up, that was our warm-up, we get into the actual workout. We're starting with hip thrusts. The reason I'm starting with hip thrusts first is because that's gonna be the main exercise I wanna focus on today, because we are growing our glutes. So we're gonna start with hip thrusts. We're gonna be doing 3 sets of 12, and then we're gonna finish the same thing we did with the hamstrings. We're gonna shoot for 15 to 25, again, partials. These will be at the top half of the rep. So when you're hip thrusting, you're gonna have your tip of your head aligned with the bottom of your spine. You wanna be straight always. You never wanna be bent around. You don't wanna be arching your back. We're gonna come up. I'm gonna make sure my back of my shoulders is resting against the pad. Tuck your pelvis in. That's the locked position. My chin is tucked to my chest, and I'm gonna follow that bar path the whole time. That's a perfect hip thrust. So coming down and up. I'm not dropping my hips. I'm following along with the bar. I'm gonna count those last 2 demos as 1 set. Going for 12. We're on to our 3rd set. To start with the partials. Once I finish my 10 to 12, I'm literally gonna sit at the top of the rep, and I'm gonna squeeze, like basically I'm literally just gonna squeeze my ass. We're gonna go down an inch, up an inch. I'm gonna pretend 25 is gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but those are the rules. Squeeze the ass. 17, I can do it. On to the next exercise. I just wanted to show you guys how cool the basketball court is in here. There's like a gigantic mural. Look at this. I don't play basketball, but maybe I could run laps in here or something. It's kind of suicides right now. Not right now. Oh, okay. You're not ready for this 3-pointer. I can't leave here until I make one. I played basketball for a week in 6th grade, and I was so bad, so I got embarrassed, and I didn't be on the team anymore. I'm gonna make this. You know what? That's good enough. We're done. Turn off. I need to locate a water fountain. Oh, I need water. This is not an ad, core hydration. So we're gonna move on to RDLs. I like to use dumbbells. For that, we're gonna use these wrist straps. I'm gonna show you how I like to do it, or I guess how the right way is to do it. Let me grab my dumbbells. The math is not mathing. Why does this feel so weird? So I'm gonna tighten it. It's in my hands. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. Tighten it. You're gonna go under the weight. You're gonna wrap it around. And then you're gonna close your grip. And if you want it tighter, you throttle backwards, and that tightens the grip. You're gonna do the same thing with the other side. It's a little harder because you only have one hand, but that's when the throttle will make it easier. So we're gonna go under, wrap it around. You're gonna go under this way. I have to redo this one. We're gonna go under, wrap it around. Shit. And then you're gonna throttle to tighten. Pretty sure I'm using these right. The sticky side is towards my hands. So we're gonna go for our RDLs. We're gonna do 10 or 3 times 10, nice, slow and controlled reps. I'm gonna sit in more of a deadlift position. So my back is bent here. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna flatten my back a little bit. I like to do a little grip. For these, when I'm doing the RDL, I'm not gonna come up and lock my hips fully. I'm gonna lower down, slight bend in my hips. I'm gonna press through the outer corners of my feet, my heel and my pinky toe. That helps me engage properly personally. I'm gonna slight bend my knees, and I'm first gonna sit my hips back and lower down slowly. This is peak tension, my back is still straight. I'm gonna come back up to here instead of here. I still feel the tension here. So that's the range. I'm gonna keep these reps nice and slow here to here, and that's how I'm gonna keep peak, like the best contraction. That felt pretty good. That was 10. I can honestly probably go up in the weight because I probably could have done around 15 reps with that. So I was over the rep range. I'm gonna up the weight a little bit. I don't know how I felt about these. I feel like they were good. When I do these, I like to use, I believe it's called a hook grip. So instead of grabbing the bar with hands like this, I grab it more like this. I'm gonna try this instead, no straps. Yeah, I need to use the straps. So my legs didn't really give out, my hands gave out. Third set is the last set. So tired. All right, we got 10 to 12. I like to have the weights a little bit at a 45-degree angle. Sit down. That is not 1 rep. The reps begin now. 3 more. Fuck, that one was kind of ugly. Once you're done with the straps, you just let go, pull them up. That was our last set of RDLs. We have 1 more exercise, and then our glutes are pretty fried. Normally I would be doing a Smith machine reverse lunge. Rep range would be 3 by 10. It's gonna be glute dominant. They don't have a Smith machine here quite yet, so I'm gonna go for a single leg or a B-stance leg press. I think actually B-stance would feel pretty good. That's what I normally do on this thing. So I'll show you guys foot placement and how I like to do that as well. So for B-stance, that means 1 foot is basically, or 1 leg is gonna be focusing on most of the work, while my other leg is gonna sit back and just be there in case I need it. I don't want my back to be curving up like this and lifting when I come in. So I'm gonna sit back into the seat, coming out a little bit wider. It's supporting mostly in my heel and my pinky toe. And I'm pressing up. I'm using this leg. This is just here, just in case, for mostly moral support. Ow. Okay, I felt that in my quads a lot. I don't want to do that again. I might actually drop the weight. I'm gonna do that. Two. Can't do it. Done. 3 rounds of that is a lot. So, good job for us. This is gym etiquette. Wipe down your sweat. We are on to our very last exercise. It's going to be the infamous cable glute kickback. My favorite way to do this, I'm gonna take the non-working leg, step over the cable. I like it to flex my foot. I'm gonna try to keep my back straight, so I'm not gonna be arching, not gonna be folding. I'm just gonna keep my core engaged, flex my foot. I'm gonna drop my heel up and slightly out. My right foot is gonna be at a 45-degree angle. I'm gonna hold at the peak contraction for 1 second, and then I'm gonna come back down. So I'm starting off pretty light so I can get the exercise nice and solid. We're gonna go for 15, and then we'll probably increase the weight next set. I'm tired. Almost done. I got one more set. Done. Finish it out. 2. Boom. Done. That was the end of the workout. Guys, that wraps up our glute day. I'm definitely sweating. That was definitely challenging for me. Whether you're new in the gym, you've been in it for a while, I think this would be a good one for all levels of activity. That was rough. That said, if you watched it, if you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for your support. Also guys, I forgot to mention, this is the new Whitney Simmons Adapt collection. She's the new creative director for this launch. I'm obsessed with it. I love all the Adapt. Like, that one's my favorite line from all of Gymshark. It looks so good. It's very complimentary to all body shapes. If you shop on Gymshark, if you would like to support me, you can use code LaurenJ. That gives you a discount as well. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video.